Here we go, episode 5, Norway at War, Mission Afghanistan. A brilliant series so far. Check out the original video in the description as always. Please like, share and subscribe to myself and them. And comment below with what your thoughts are, what you want to see next. Let's get into it.
Jeg begynner å bli fan av... Jeg begynner å bli sånn... trekke ut styrkene. Jeg har jo ikke vært en forkjemper av det tidligere. Men hvis det her er måten vi skal drive på, så da er det bare tull, altså.
Ja, enten gir man gass eller gir man faen.
Ja, enten eller, altså. Enten så gjør du jobben.
Du blir jo daft rundt lav hastighet og synk resten av trafikken.
Ja, det blir bare dumt. Jeg sitter med en følelse av at vi ikke har blitt brukt noe særlig. Hvis jeg skulle gjort noe her, så ville jeg jo... Jeg ville gjort noe. Jeg ville oppsøkt fienden. Jeg ville tatt med meg lokale allierte, ANA og ANP, tatt dem med og møtt fienden, og vist fienden at her har ikke dere noe å gjøre. Og rett og slett reist og drept fienden.
And I agree. You know, go in, engage, take out the enemy, build a stronghold, train the enemy local forces, and then go from there. There was a lot of sitting around sometimes, a lot of waiting, but then you've also got to think funding, time, not wanting to lose casualties. There's a whole host of variables that went into the operation of Afghanistan.
Det er for lite styrker til å håndtere situasjonen, så man skulle jo selvfølgelig ønske seg mer. Men det er jo en belastning som ikke jeg kan påføre norske forsvaret, norske hæren. Hæren er for liten til å kunne levere et substansielt bidrag over tid. Og derfor er jo for eksempel kampenheten, den task-uniten i PRT-en så liten som den er. Alt for liten selvfølgelig. Men den norske hæren er ikke dimensjonert til å levere mer.
So is that what they did? 3 months. For us, it was around 6 or 7 months of the average tour for the British soldiers out there. For the Americans, I think it was a year.
Takk for innsatsen.
Ja, takk selv.
Lykke til med de nye gutta. Jeg tror det blir bra.
Tror jeg også.
For dem og deg.
Til tross for den tiden vi har der nå, så ønsker jeg å dra ned igjen for å se om ting har endret seg. Vi har jo ikke endret noen ting.
Det er sjokkerende holdninger blant norske soldater i Afghanistan, sier forsvarsministeren. Dagens VG-forside med soldater som uttaler at det er bedre å krige enn å ha sex, har fått forsvarsledelsen til å reagere. Forsvarsminister Grete Faremo sier at noen av våre soldater har et holdningsproblem. Det innrømmer forsvarsministeren.
Det høres kanskje teit ut, men det er bedre å drepe enn å knulle. Nei. Det var selvfølgelig en del ting som kom på trykk, som nok ikke burde ha vært på trykk. Men jeg vet jo det at soldater som er i kampsituasjon ofte, har altså et behov for å finne en indre motivasjon for å gå i den kampsituasjonen gang etter gang.
It's true, you got to find inner motivation. You're putting your life on the line for another country and to, you know, for peace around the world, as they say. Some things are best said and kept between you as a unit and not to journalists, because they will print whatever they want and they will print what sells stories, and that is what will sell stories. So you've obviously got to be very careful what you say around certain people, whether you think it or not. But sometimes when you've been out on the ground for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and you've been fighting pretty much every day, you've been sleeping rough, barely washing, eating rations, your mind does change a little bit, and then you do think and say certain things, but you've got to be careful.
I den sammenhengen så det helt vanlig for soldater I hele verden å finne symbolikk av ymse slag for å finne den motivasjonen.
Vivala! Ura! Vivala! Ura! Veldig bra.
Jeg har 2 døtre som sparker fotball, så før de gjør det så går de laget sammen I en krins da, og så roper de sitt kamprop. Og du ser det gløde, kampvilje og motivasjon ut av øynene deres når de går på banen. Og det verste som kan skje dem, det at de får et baklengsmål. Mine soldater går på den banen, og baklengsmålet er at du enten mister en kamerat, eller så blir du skadet eller drept selv. Morning, everyone. Please be seated. What is important now is that we are able to hand over the combat outpost of the Russian Hill to the border police, so we can be relieved from the task of manning or guarding the outpost, and that need to happen as soon as possible. Målsettingen når vi kom hit var jo at vi skulle holde Russian Hill for enhver pris, fordi det det eneste fotavtrykket som man har klart å sette I det fartsdominerte området. Så det vi prøver å få til jo at politiet kan stå igjen og være til stede I operasjonsområdet. I thought I should start with a picture from the Atahanhacha, the Russian Hill, the combat outpost. Yeah, I've been using my task unit now to man this combat outpost because I thought it was very important not to leave it unattended, because then I think the insurgents could steal away equipment and put mines and IEDs on the ground. And my question now to you is, when will you man this combat outpost?
Fardo. Tomorrow.
Fardo.
Oh.
That's very good.
ضرورت از برای اونا انتقال شوال بوده و چاخ و آب فعلا استفاده نمیشه، ولی همین که ذخیره که آب اوج استفاده شوه برای دفعه همین 50 نفر چطور کنیم؟
Well, I understand your concerns about the living conditions. I would have had the same concerns for my troops. But have you raised this concern with your superior, this capability that you need? You cannot rely on other actors for a long time. You need to have this capability yourself.
Once again, here we go, making them sustainable. Can they secure? Can they look? Can they live after themselves? Every time there's an issue, they come to us. We need this building. We need this bit of equipment. We need this. We need this buy-in. We need money for this. We need helicopters. Okay, yes, there's an issue with funding and money out there, and they were just stabilising themselves and they were just building and growing. But okay, right, we need water. We need a well. How can we do this without having to come to us all the time?
گوش کو واقعا بگو ما یک مطل داریم، بگو یک مطل هست میگه گوساله که 2 مادر داشته باشه و گوشنگی میموره. معنیش فهمیدی؟ در اونجا که میگه پیارتی شما را اکمال میکنه.
I will provide you with water until the well is being dug.
بله بله بله.
All other logistics is your task to provide.
تیل کمبود داریم، صبح 6 آدم موتر ما میره و یک موتر لاری ما. اگه امکانات باشه یک مقدار تیل ما رو کمک کو که ما بسیار مشکل داریم.
I cannot provide it. You need to get that on your own, and you need to push your superior hard to get that fuel. And if needed, we'll push this issue directly to Kabul, to the Ministry of Interior. Then, thank you.
That is because he knows he can get it himself. He doesn't want you to contact Kabul. They always try to get more than what they needed. He knew he could most probably get fuel, but he's trying to get it from the ISAF forces, from Norwegian forces, when he could have got it himself, because they're always trying to get a little bit extra.
Very good to see you, Commander. Bensin er jo sånn typisk ting de alltid spør om, men jeg vet jo også at de får jo penger for å kjøpe bensin, og når jeg liksom utfordrer om at jeg skal pushe denne saken via min sjef helt til Kabul, da blir de straks flakken i blikket, og da er ikke det så viktig, da klarer de å stille med bensin selv. Så der ressursene skal flyte, så forsvinner ting hele tiden. Kanskje et godt eksempel på at folk stikker ting i egen lomme. Og til syvende og sist så er det lite da, som kommer ned på bakkenivå til soldatene på bakken.
And that's the hardest thing, is getting rid of that corruption, the stealing. And I don't think you were ever going to totally get rid of that. And that was a massive issue.
Det vi ser når vi drar rundt i de pashtunske områdene, er jo at utviklingen har kommet mye kortere i de pashtunske områdene. Pashtunerne er en minoritet som ikke har fått tatt del i utviklingen som har skjedd i mange andre deler av Farah. Så har jeg begynt å spørre meg, hvorfor er det sånn? Norsk politikk er jo at det skal være et krystallklart skille mellom militær innsats og sivil innsats. De drar med norske bistandsmidler ut i provinsen her, og de drar jo selvfølgelig ikke til de mest usikre områdene, som trenger det mest. Norge har pratet i Farah i så mange år, men det hjelper jo ikke bare å prate. På vei til Ghalbala, en pashtunerlandsby i det pashtunske beltet. De lever i svarteste middelalderen. Cables?
They are floor. Everything is okay. They are floor.
Vi kan regne med å bli beskutt, og det kan også regne med at vi møter på IED-er. For det var jo nettopp i det området her hvor vi mistet 4 soldater for en del uker tilbake.
Observasjoner av mulige opprørere i et stykke foran her, som Sierra har under overvåkning over.
9-1 mottatt over.
9-7.
Det å ikke være sikker på om du overlever når du kommer rundt neste veising, for du vet ikke om det ligger en veibombe gravende, det er ganske krevende å takle for alle sammen som er her nede. Gjør klar, make ready. Det vi ser her nå er jo folk som står på høydedrag, og det her er jo en mann med fredelige hensikter, for han står i ro, gjør seg klar til å kjenne. Men det vi er på utkikk etter, det er jo sånne poppers, sånne spottere som plutselig dukker opp, og så er de oppe i noen sekunder for å se, og så er de borte. Hvis vi ser sånne, da er det fare på ferde, for da er det noen som driver og forbereder et bakover. Stack up tight. Move close to the next vehicle. There might be a hand grenade thrown over such a wall, like in Tutak on the 2nd of May. Tangoen igjen høyreover. Han kjører nå inn I byen med styrken og vurderer om han skal stanse, sitte av og gjennomføre key leader engagement over.
There could be many dangers, and like he said, spotters, what you'll see is, like he said, they pop up and down. They're not just going to stand there all open on a hill majority of the time, because then that's just obvious that they're there. They're going to sneak around, try and get eyes on. You have other people in the crest of the hill, and then they get ready to ambush you. He talked about grenades being thrown over wall was a massive threat. Roadside bombs. It wasn't just IEDs in the road though. They started putting IEDs in the walls as well, sort of head height. So when you're walking along, an IED goes off and then obviously takes out the soldiers or the vehicle. So there's many different forms of ways. You could get incoming mortars, homemade mortars. They were doing all sorts to sort of try and attack you and take you out.
Salam alaikum. Salam.
How's everything? Welcome to the
Thank you. None of one send interpreter to my position over. This guy is coming. So Berus, how are you?
I'm very good.
Very good. Okay, we move a little bit ahead. Salam alaikum. How are you? Sorry that we make a lot of dust in your village.
از اینکه میگه خاکباد میکنیم در قریجاتون میگه معذرت میخوایم.
But we will soon leave.
ولی میگه زودترین فرصت حرکت میکنیم. No problem.
Do you know if there are some insurgents ahead of us?
یا هستن یا نیستن؟ No, we don't know.
You don't know?
خبر نداریم.
But there has not been any conflicts between you in this area and the Pashtun from Ghalbala, have there? No.
I'm so done. Is the game is the Kerala Jack? Sound the Kerala
We are neighboring villages, so we don't fight with each other.
We will try to improve the road from this village down to Almar, and we will make a better road from this village north towards Ghalbala.
He's blind.
Is he blind?
Yeah, he can't see it. When they read Quran, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 times in order to memorize that.
He's got blind
He's got blind.
because he has read the Quran so much.
Yeah.
Really?
They focus a lot in order to memorize everything.
Yeah. Okay, we need to move on. Thank you for your time and good luck with your prayers and with Ramadan. Tafakar. I need to think a little bit on that. But you know that we believe in the same God.
It doesn't matter which religion you're from.
No, you're right.
Sorry.
Okay, goodbye. Khodafez.
You can just see how far back these villages are. No roads, no water, no electricity, just sort of they're really strong mud huts, okay? It really was like going back in the ages when he was out there.
Du verden glad for jeg født I Norge. Ja, det så himmelig forskjell det at det stor arbeidsløse. Derfor så blir jo dette veiprosjektet her veldig bra, fordi at da blir det litt sånn cash for work prinsipp. Noen områder skal de bygge selv, og så det noen områder må ha mer profesjonell hjelp, for det komplisert arbeid. Bravo 24, 901 over.
Obviously, this is where it could get quite twitchy now. You know it's Taliban-controlled area, and they've already seen proper activity. So possible spotters letting insurgents know that they're in the area.
Her opprørerne observert på det høydedraget der vi skal overnatte i natt.
اینطور است خب اینمی وضعیت که امروز بوده و یک قسمت از این قوا هم میره و خود ولسوالان در جریان بگذاریم شوراها را هم بخواهیم که ما در اینجا همکاری بکنه
The timetable that we had set for getting the funding in place is August 31st. You know, of course, if we delay, we'll have to move that funding schedule back.
و دیجا دیگه از جان ما کده زیادتر نیست فهمیدی؟ که ما جان خود در خطر پرتیم که دیجا از دست نرم
Trusselen nå kommer jo egentlig fra områdene bak her nå.
Ja, så at nå bruker vi terrenget her som skjerming. Så tenker jeg at vi får guns opp den veien her, så vi godt rustet hvis et eller annet skulle skje.
So, the timeline now, Stephen?
If we had to stay outside of Ghalbala, and it looks like we will, we'll try to move our first light and do that.
Yeah.
But I think, if we can invite Kabir Khan to come down here, that may be a little complicated because at the end of the day, it's the end of Ramadan and they have their things, but we'll try to give him a call to see if he'll come down to meet with us.
That's very popular as well, is obviously the local leaders. They live in the area. They know exactly who lives in the village. They know who comes in and out. Sometimes, obviously, people from the village will go off to the Taliban. So they have a network of the villagers and they know the people inside the Taliban. Whether they're working for them or not, they might not be. But they know them. They're in constant communication with them.
How are you? First time, I saw you.
Yeah, this
I've
is.
seen you before.
I've been here before, 6 months ago, but I didn't meet you.
تقریبا 6 ماه پیش میگن آمده بودم در اینجا ولی شما را ملاقات نکرده بودم.
Det har vært mange forskjellige maktfigurer i Afghanistan som har brukt sin makt for å nå sine personlige mål.
I just knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
Get down, get down, get down. Where the fuck are they firing? I guess it's a sniper. We have snipers up there.
Yeah, snipers there and snipers up here.
I guess they shoot it once. Snipers.
Oh, it's getting serious.
De der kommer ikke tilbake, i hvert fall ikke fra innkanten der. Nå er vi jo inne i det området der opprørerne har bevegelsesfrihet, der de har freedom of action og freedom of movement, som vi sier. Så dette, for å si det sånn, dette skjer hver gang når vi er her. Opprørerne får bedre og bedre fotfeste, tar mer og mer kontroll over Farah provins. Sånn er Farah i dag. Ok. Ja, nå må vi legge oss. Nå er klokka 10:30. Vi kan ikke la oss skremme av det her.
Yeah, all you're going to do is make sure the area is secure. You're going to go back to sleep and keep your stag positions out, your security out, and they're going to just maintain eyes out again. Nothing changes really. Obviously, you're already heightened anyway. You know it's a Taliban-controlled area. You're just going to maintain good levels of discipline, be professional, make sure your stag positions are out, and you've got all arcs covered. Yeah, collect the brass to melt down, sell, do whatever they can with it. Make more ammunition out of it.
Lokalbefolkningen her, de plages nok ikke mye av situasjonen. Men for de som skal bygge, så kan det nok hende at de får en utfordring. Blant annet så skal man bygge en helseklinikk her da. Så det her nok første gangen folket her i befatning med lege.
ما واجد استقرنا مكاني جكني دوا أنا شيء دايما
ما باك مدرس أسفل نيس ما يقول أنا دساي ما لازم
If he's really that bad, he should get some help and come, because then we can give him very good treatment.
Something going on.
Innkomming her, så vi må ta på vest og litt sånn. Det opprørere som forsøker med makt å forhindre oss i å støtte myndighetene i å nå ut til befolkningen i Ghalbala. De bruker makt mot oss nå, helt til vi blir nødt til å trekke oss ut herfra. 911, close air support will be in this position in 5 minutes. 911 out. Okay, what we do now, we call Kabir Khan. Kabir Khan, meet here. Okay. Now, immediately, I want to talk to him. Great. If he do not cooperate, I think he can look after this clinic, after the support from the government, at least from the PRT. There will be no more support for Kabir Khan if he cannot fix this now, and he can.
He knew the whole plan of what's going to happen.
Yeah. So we call him here, and I will talk with him. Yeah.
I'll back you up on that, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So obviously the insurgents engaged them because they saw that they were helping the local villagers. They don't want foreigners helping the local villagers. They like them to sort of stay exactly as they are, because then Taliban can have more control and more rule over them. And they also want to enforce their rules and law. They don't want the Western world coming in and bringing in Western sort of politics, traditions, rules and laws. So when you've obviously got a stronghold within an area in a village, and you know that's your sort of area, and you see the Westerners come in and they start giving medicine, aid, help, they're obviously going to shoot and scoot or engage to obviously prevent that from happening, so that they can obviously maintain their control over the locals.
Maybe he would like to have a pillow.
Say.
Yeah.
روز صبح شده؟
خوب گپ است. یکی خو بس قرینه نبیه ما مست وقت برش میگم.
He says, I'm going to, very good, I'm going to tell you the truth, I hope you don't get mad. بفرمایید.
همین طالبا بسیار محدود است. همین تیاره گلی میگرده. یک سر همون تیپاس و نه دو راکت میداد و نه گمی شد یک خو اینا نمیکنند. یکی
Vi vil bli angrepet av den og den personen fra disse høydedragene. Det visste han åpenbart i går, men det var han ikke i stand til å fortelle oss i går. Men han kommer med alle detaljene i dag. Spørsmålet mitt var, vil du virkelig at dine barn skal fortsatt leve slik som det her, eller vil du at de skal ha et litt bedre liv? Uten sikkerhet så blir det altså ikke noe utvikling i hans landsby. Vi kommer ikke til å så rykke inn til landsbyen hans som planlagt. Do you think we should use more aircraft
Yes,
to bomb the enemy?
Particularly armed helicopters.
And we can
use it. Yeah, for example, now we are here.
Yeah.
If it is possible that the insurgents put mine in the way.
Yeah, I agree with you, but to be honest, we cannot just bomb everything we see. We need to have a positive identification, and the problem is when the insurgents hear the aircraft, they hide their weapon under their shirt. And when we cannot see the weapon, we are not allowed to fire.
Det var ille at vi ikke kom oss til Ghalbala. Det like ille at vi ikke kommer oss ut igjen og at vi må slåss oss tilbake. Jeg synes det ganske beskrivende om hvordan situasjonen her I Nord-Afghanistan akkurat nå.
Situasjonen I Faryab har utviklet seg I negativ retning over lang tid, men spesielt I siste halve året så har den utviklet seg dramatisk raskt. Skal vi liksom bare ture på sånn som vi gjør nå, uten liksom å ta inn over oss de dramatiske endringene som har skjedd, slik at vi ligger alltid på etterskudd?
Vestsiden av din posisjon også. Jeg minner om at vi har skarpskyttere både nå øst for oss og vest for gangen til slutt.
And that's the issue, okay? The locals, the leaders, they want to take everything they can from the ISAF forces. They want fuel, they want roads, they want more jobs, they want money, they want crops, okay? But they're more than happy to still have that relationship with the Taliban, help them. A lot of the time they did know when the attacks were happening. They would tell their locals to sort of take cover or act as normal. This is what's going to happen. And they would go off and hide and then come back. So it was, they wanted the best of both worlds from both of you, and obviously that's not going to work because they're both enemies of each other and they're trying to win and sort of make the country as their own. We're trying to influence our stuff. The Taliban want to keep it under their rule, but the local leaders were playing them off each other, and it just really doesn't work and it doesn't help. So it's a really crap situation, and like he said, he can't get the professional workers in because if it's not secure, the Taliban are just going to come in, engage them, take them out, and you're going to get professional workers killed or injured, which can't happen. So it needs to be a secure area before you can start building roads, before you can start building sort of hospitals, doctors, schools, whatever it is you want to do. If it's completely under Taliban control, you're not going to be able to do that because as soon as they come in, the Taliban are just going to destroy it all. So it's a very tough situation. But one more episode to go. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.